Miguel Arati back here at the Bob Vaults, and here we are, beginning of July, biggest era, biggest couple of weeks, biggest 3 days in UFC history. We're gonna go to the middle day. I always found middle day of a 3 days and 3 fights in 3 days, 3 shows in 3 days. The middle day is the most interesting one because you got, the organization-wise, it's interesting because you got the guys who fought the day before are beginning to pack up, go to the airports, and you got all the post-fight stuff, and people are leaving. You got guys getting ready to fight who weighed in the day before but are getting ready for their fights that day. And you also got the weigh-ins for the fights the next day. So this is the most interesting day. And what you have here in Las Vegas is the Ultimate Fighter Season 23 finale. I'm going to run through the odds on the card here. Obviously, the coaches Claudia Gadelha and Joanne Jedrzejczyk. Jedrzejczyk defending her strawweight title. 5-round fight. Jedrzejczyk a -130 favorite. The Gadelha +110. Over-under is 4.5 with the over at -260 and the under at +220. Jedrzejczyk has been excellent as champion. She's got everything. She's a good package there. She's out of Poland, the first champion from Poland and that sort of thing. Gadelha, though, brings a little bit of attitude, and this is a nice close fight. Co-main event, you got in the lightweight division, you got Will Brooks, a favorite at -365 over Ross Pearson. Over-under is 2.5 with the over at -195 and the under at +168. Pearson, a +305 underdog there. Featherweight action, you got Doo Ho Choi at -200. He's favored over Thiago Tavares. Tavares at +170. And we're going to go back into the lightweight division. You got Kevin Lee and Jake Matthews squaring off. Matthews -165. Lee at +145. The over-under there is 2.5 with the over at -175 and the under at +155. We're going to get back to lightweights there, but first there's a welterweight fight. Li Jingliang, -320 favorite over Anton Zafir. Zafir +260. Over-under there is 1.5 with the over at -160 and the under at +140. In the middleweights, you got Cesar Ferreira, a +125 underdog against Anthony Smith, who's -145. The over-under there is at 1.5 with the over paying +100 and the under at -120. And a couple of fights in the lightweight division. Joaquin Silva, -130 over Andrew Holbrook. Holbrook at +110. The over-under there is 2.5 with the over -130 and the under at +110. You got Gray Maynard returning at -145. He's the favorite over Fernando Bruno. Bruno +125. The over-under is 2.5 with the over at -160 and the under at +140. And the last match in the flyweight division, John Moraga, -175 favorite. Opponent Matis Nicolau, +155. Over-under is 2.5 with the over at -190 and the under at +165. That's the middle card here. Friday, July 8th, you got the UFC Ultimate Fighter 23 finale. Full card here, all fights without getting into a 4-digit line in any way, shape, or form. Not +1,000, -1,000, nothing. All relatively competitive lines under -500 or +500. So you may want to take a look at it and check our other blogs. There's fights the day before and there's fights the next day. I'm Miguel Arati. Big, huge weekend. UFC fight fans going crazy. We'll talk to you after these fights.